The whole point of independence, the whole idea of being an independent country is that you can dream up laws to suit yourself, isn't it? That's the whole idea of it, you know? And I think that our political leaders are probably too pragmatic. And I think we need more dreamers. And I think we have a few of them in Ireland. Thanks to politicians like Jackie Healy-Rae and Michael Healy-Rae, Ireland right now is the only country in the world that's actively working to try and reintroduce drink driving. This is... The Mexicans wouldn't even have the balls for that. Like, this is... We're trying to reintroduce drink driving, but here's the twist, it's just for country people. That's the... Because country people live further away from the pub, down crooked, unlit mountain roads, and should be allowed to drive them roads drunk. That's the kind of shit that keeps the community together. Now, a pragmatic city politician might say, well, what if he hits a pedestrian? And the answer to that is, well, if a man is walking the roads at 4 o'clock in the morning, he's probably drunk too. So, when a drunk driver hits a drunk pedestrian, sure, whose fault is that? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Yes, Your Honour, I was drunk and I drove into him, but he was drunk and he fell into me. I was so ashamed, Your Lordship, after hitting him. I was so full of self-loathing. I got out of the car and walked. That's how disgusted with myself I was. He was so disorientated after being hit by me. He got behind the wheel of my car and fucking ran me down 100 yards later. So we'll call it quits if you win. Ireland has to decide about various different things. We had a referendum recently on abortion, you know. And maybe this is shocking to the women of England, but we only decided last week to legalise it. And I was listening to the various arguments. I basically agreed with whoever was talking at the time because they both seemed like reasonable propositions. Some women were just, my God, you'd be afraid to tackle them on the subject. Livid they were. It's my body. No one has the right to tell me what to do with my body. I shouldn't have to go to England to get an abortion. I want a machine in my own kitchen. The abortion 300. The fella who does the hoovers makes them. And if I want to clean me pipes out every Friday, to be sure, it's my right as a woman to do so. Other women, other decent women, were going, no. All the babies belong to God. And if you start aborting them, he'll get annoyed. You think the weather is unpredictable now? Well, if you legalise abortion, it'll be snowing in July. That's a fact. So I had to decide for myself, when do I think that multicellular development becomes independent life? I'll fucking tell you when. When you finish school and move out of the house. That's when. And up until that day, a woman should have all options open to her. Even if the child is 16 years of age. Get into the machine. Get into the fucking machine. But I'll be late for training, ma'am. I don't give a fuck. Abort! Abort! Abort!